For us Brits, our home is our castle.
Wow.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Amazing. Amazing.
But keeping it how we want it
Got the complete DIY manual.
takes a lot of work.
You've been up that chimney.
Human sweep, I am.
And getting the builders in
What time do you call this?
can be a daunting task.
To be fair, John, I think they built the Great Wall of China quicker.
That's a work of art, that. Look.
So we've asked tradesmen from all over the country
Still alive. I feel like a doctor.
to go up against each other.
If you get it, you can give it to us, all right?
Yeah, we'll sub it out. I want it painted.
Each homeowner hears 3 quotes.
£1,650.
Yeah.
Need a stiff drink yet?
Get in.
Before picking the best one for the job.
Told ya.
But there's a sting in the tail for the winning builders as their rivals get to watch them at work.
We haven't got a key.
Oh, I don't like the idea of this at all, no.
You feel sorry with the boys, John? Yeah. No.
We're kicking off in the northwest in an old mining town where the average terraced house costs around £80,000. We're up north in Farnworth, near Bolton. This terraced house has been home to Sarah and John for just 2 months.
It took a while before it was inhabitable because it had rising damp and it had problems with the roof and there was no working boiler. Because of all the work that's been done on the house, it's really a mess now.
So it's a project, then?
It's a project, yeah.
While there's work to be done throughout, there's one room they just can't live with any longer.
The real problem is the bathroom. We've got a lovely cast iron bath, but I think it was probably put in 73 when the house was made. We've got tiles in there that were also probably from about 73 that have been painted over.
The sink's a bit high.
Yeah, I think it's too high for me, to be honest. So.
Low down a bit.
Yeah, about that height, maybe.
I've got a form of dwarfism. Obviously, it affects reach. Having a lower sink would be
Yeah, no, that would be
ideal
very...
in sort of the bathroom.
Getting the bathroom right for these two isn't just a question of aesthetics. So how much have they got for the job?
Well, the budget is £3,000 at the very most. You know, we've got so many rooms to do. We don't really have more than that to spend on any one room.
Because of the house being 1970s, we were thinking of sort of maybe having a 1970s look.
Yeah, like a kind of 1970s inspired.
Well, if you're looking for a 70s throwback, time to meet today's builders.
Bucketing it down.
Still smiling, they're not letting the rain dampen their spirits.
It's lovely. Should have been a duck.
Not the weather for hairspray.
And they're all hoping to walk away with the job.
Do you actually know where you're going this morning?
Well, I could put my sat-nav in, but we're only 5 minutes from home.
First in to quote are family firm Tracy and her hubby Vic.
What bathroom did you have in the 70s then? Can you remember?
Avocado.
You won't be able to remember the colour because you...
It was avocado. I remember it well.
Hey, look at that. We've got a bank,
Tracy and Vic know the key to any successful relationship is communication.
He doesn't always listen to me all of the time. And,
What did you say?
When your mum said I was stripping today, I was going to put my Speedos on. Didn't realise I meant this sort of stripping. Hiya.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Straight up there. It will be tiles off, plaster definitely. If we do a wall-hung sink, then it can go to any level possibly. The floor, again, I think...
It's wooden floors.
Yeah.
The problem with that is, if water comes over the bath, it's going to go straight through the gaps. What we can do is we can lay a nice wooden floor, which is all locked together, which is all sealed. It'll look a lot better.
Going to go with the wooden toilet seat to go with the wooden floor. In the 70s, you might remember this.
Thanks very much. What are you trying to say?
Did they have tongue and groove wood ceilings?
Yes, they did.
So let's go with that. Let's give
tongue
it a
and groove,
70s
yes.
wood feel.
Yeah.
We'll go with wood as much as we can.
Sticking to the brief sounds like a good plan. Let's see what John and Sarah think.
Back to the 70s.
Yeah.
When they had a moustache, a beard, long curly hair, looked like Cat Stevens, but that's all gone.
That's long gone, yeah.
We've got a wood theme.
Yeah, I was just saying, the theme that we had in terms of wood, again, 70s type thing.
The bath, obviously, we're going to keep, because you want to keep the bath.
Is it going to be resprayed or...?
Yes, it's going to be re-enamelled.
I'm guessing when they did the electrics, it's fine for an extractor, but I would be thinking about putting the extractor somewhere else, not out the window. So let's incorporate a new piece of glass
New
as well
piece of
for the
glass,
window.
yeah.
It would be beneficial to put a new window in, and really you should have an opener in your bathroom window and relocate your fan. And then tile the wall all around the bath. The colour I've seen is an orange.
I do like orange.
It can be called orange or it can be called watermelon, particularly from the 70s, very warm, reddy orange colour.
Tracy and Vic's 70s theme includes tongue-and-groove wood panelling on the ceiling, wooden flooring, and a watermelon colour scheme. But does a 70s design come with a 70s price tag?
We can do that all in for £2,906.92. That's
I think we can knock the 92p off.
Yeah, £2,906. We can do that for you.
How long would you envisage this taking?
Realistically, no, 5 to 7 days maximum.
So, £94 under budget. Tough competition for the rivals.
Right, let's have it. Come on.
Next in are grafters Alex and Chris.
Wow. Compact is the word I think we're looking for.
Bijou. In the shower. That's an add-on, isn't it? Like a railway track, mate.
We can't go through a cast iron bath, so we'll go round it.
Working together for 3 years, these two have got each other's strengths sussed.
Chris's organisational skills are fantastic. Everything's planned out, which is great. It allows me then to get on and do what I do.
There you go. That's Alex.
Don't forget my beer belly.
Oh, yeah. I've made you look pregnant. First thing I see is, because of that size and that space and because of this door and everything, is the walk-in shower.
It just depends on...
whether they want to use a bath.
Yeah, some people do get... I do like my baths myself.
As do many people. Ditching the bath could be risky.
The problem that you've got is, because you've got the cast iron bath in there and it is from the 70s...
It is from the 70s,
It's not a great bath.
But it's going to cost at least as much to re-enamel it as it is to get a brand new bath.
OK.
All right?
So that's the bottom line of it.
What we've come up with, there's two solutions for where your bath is. You can get a bath that has got an angle on it, which would take you into that cupboard. You've then got a shower screen on. Option 2 is to do something completely different, which is a walk-in shower.
Right, we quite like our bath. We do definitely quite like our bath.
We can keep the bath.
The old tapping's going on, mate.
Yeah.
Actually, that feels pretty solid. What we've done is we priced it to do UPVC on the ceiling.
Right, OK.
Rather than skimming, because it's a low ceiling and it just keeps the condensation down.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
the condensation is something I'm quite cautious
So
of.
that's what we thought.
Having quickly dropped the walk-in shower idea, Chris and Alex are now offering up a new bath fitted with a shower screen and UPVC cladding on the ceiling to cope with the condensation. Tracy and Vic managed to come in under budget. Can Chris and Alex do the same?
That's come out at 3,200.
OK.
How long would this take?
Looking at round about 8 days.
OK, OK. Right-ho.
That's only just over their budget, but £200 is £200. Finally, bidding against the other two are no-nonsense lads, Mark and Chris.
Yet another little tiny space to work in.
Very small, yeah.
Dated. I mean, it's a small bath. I'd promote getting rid of it.
Do you benefit with these whilst it stays warmer for longer?
I would put on it a scientific fact that it would be warmer if it was plastic.
No. I disagree.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I think I'm right, he thinks he's right, and that's just our usual relationship, isn't it?
Well, they do say you fight with the ones you love best. And having known each other for 8 years, these two are definitely close.
Don't do arguments, we do more of handbags.
Mate.
Are you going to listen?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I spend more time with you than I do with the kids, the missus, anyone else in my family. What time do you call this?
Like being married.
Better late than never.
Sink's very, very high, as you see. They would like it lowered.
You've got to cater for both parties.
Yeah.
So it would be better if that sink was on a hydraulic ram to lift up and down, right?
Up and down?
Yeah.
Hydraulic seems a practical solution, but what will Sarah and John think?
We would definitely promote using a rise and fall sink. So if
Well,
you're
what would the rise and fall sink be?
if you can imagine this was your sink area,
Okay, fair
you can
enough.
press a button, and that will lift up to your height.
Okay.
And then if you went in there yourself and it was at that height, you can press a button and it comes down to your height.
Can you put something like that in with the Lucy?
a step?
Music go.
This cupboard, realistically, could be made smaller.
Yeah,
to about there,
small,
allowing a slightly bigger bath. We'd be looking at maximising the space in the bathroom because it is very small. The cabinet in the corner is taking up quite a bit of extra space than what it's needed to.
Mark and Chris have come up with a practical hydraulic solution to make the sink height changeable. They've also found a way to make the boiler cupboard smaller and so get a new, bigger bath in. But what price will they do all this for?
The minimum price that we'll be able to do is $3,700.
How long is it? Would you envisage it?
We're looking around 5 days to fit.
Right.
That's the most expensive quote, and £700 more than Sarah and John want to spend. They've all given it their best shot, but Sarah and John don't have to go with any of them if they don't want to.
Well, it won't be you.
Why not you? Why not you?
We was quite a bit over budget.
Go on, what did you go in at?
We went in at 3.7.
Oh.
You know, anyone that can get it done on price, you know, fair play to them.
I guess it's
Time to make a phone
time
call.
to make a phone call, yeah.
Yes, it is. But who will that call be to? Tracy and Vic, who went for a full-on 70s design and came in cheapest of the three. Or Alex and Chris, whose shower in a bathtub idea was priced in the middle. Or Mark and Chris, whose hydraulic sink was the most expensive of the three. Only the winner's phone will ring.
Hi, Tracy. It's John.
Oh, hi there, how are you?
Hi, John.
We're just ringing to say that we would like you to come and do our bathroom for us.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thanks very much indeed.
Take care. Bye.
In the bag.
In the bag.
That is cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Tracy and Vic were all over that one. The losers aren't surprised.
To be fair, and they gave them, as it turned out, exactly what they wanted.
Do you know what? This one falls down to budget. That's it at the end of the day.
Stretching the budget is something we all want to do. So, what's the best way to go about it?
If you want to buy materials yourself, remember research can be time-consuming and you may have to wait for deliveries, so don't delay your builder by not allowing enough time.
It's great shopping online, but really go to the showrooms, see the products. There's nothing better than actually touching the product you want to use in your home.
When you're buying materials, never rely on a single price. It's always a good idea to go to 3 or 4 different places and get different prices and cost it up and compare.
It's day one of the build, and Vic's made an early start. He's wasting no time ripping out that dilapidated bathroom. And the losing builders are watching his every move.
There's quite a few things that could have gone wrong.
Yeah.
So
I'll be glad to see how they managed to get around
quite
it.
interesting viewing, yeah.
With over 20 years building experience, Vic's taking a cautious approach to removing the tiles.
When you're taking tiles off a stud wall, just remember this is a stud wall. It's hollow. It's only plasterboard. So when you're doing it, keep your chisel flat against the wall, give it a few taps, it'll come off eventually. Just don't be too aggressive because you will go straight through the stud and then you'll have to repair all the stud wall, which is great fun.
Not great fun at all.
I think it goes for any wall, really, what he's saying there. As you well know, you don't want to lose the plaster because you've got to bond it out.
Son Darryl arrives from another job, and Vic knows he'll need to tread carefully.
He's one of 7/12, he's grumpy. Nothing wrong with me, mate. I'm fine.
I think he needs about 12 coffees before he wakes up. Don't know what he does in the evening.
Before 12 o'clock is a nightmare. Are these the tools we need that you're searching for by any chance? No. Or your tool's bigger than mine? Is that what it is? It's a man thing? Just getting what I need.
His tool's bigger than yours, Vic.
He's got tool envy. Tommy Walsh will be dead envious of that tool belt. Right, come on. Come on, let's go.
Daryl's first job is to fit a new window. He's just got to take the old one out.
Don't give him something like that to do first thing in the morning.
Big guns are coming out now. He's got the big crowbar out. Must be serious. Probably been in there about as long as I've been alive, so...
Has everyone got a thing about taking windows out with hammer and chisels, or...?
You didn't want to crack the glass, did you say?
I didn't want to crack it, but I have done.
I didn't want to crack it, so I thought I'd bring out the sledge.
Daryl's not giving up, and Vic's gone inside to help him out.
Hopefully that'll come out fairly simple. Fingers crossed. You never know till you're actually halfway through it. If not, then we're just going to have to be a bit abrupt.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Push it, Vic.
Hang on.
Push it, Vic.
Try and tease the bottom out. The bottom's not coming.
Just push it, Vic.
You are. You're out.
Oh, he's got it. Nice.
You're coming to me. Hang on.
Rest it on there.
I thought he was going to try and climb down the ladder with it.
Nice one. Nice one.
Daryl just needs to prep the frame ahead of the new window going in.
Oh, Daz, he loves tools. Yes, he loves his tools. One of the lads gets a new tool, he's got to have the same, you know. Like I say, it's called tool envy.
We're the same.
Like us all, yeah. You get a tool, I want that tool.
Well, everybody loves the tools. Well, apart from yourself. Your
toolbox
grace, man.
I haven't got tool envy, mate.
Yeah, well, you have, because you always pinch mine.
That's true. It's very true.
I'm not a tool snob.
You are.
He says he's not a tool snob. We're tool snobs. They're all got to be the same.
Finally, the frame is out, meaning the new window can go in.
Me to you.
Come on, I'm just waiting for one of these things he fits to be the wrong size.
No, he's a bit too meticulous with his measurements for my liking.
Catching on that.
Did you take the key off the inside? There's a key.
Is it on the outside, is it?
Sorry, it's on the outside.
Not on this side.
It's at the top, saw it before.
Keep stopping and putting it in.
There it is.
Hello.
There she is.
You have to unscrew it. Yeah, top tip. Often window companies, they'll fit the keys with the screw so that you don't lose them in transit. Majority of the time they're on the inside, but this particular one's on the outside, so before you fit the window, make sure you remove it, otherwise it could be tricky to open the window afterwards.
It probably would have been a good idea if we'd actually seen that before we actually put it in.
Key tip, take the key off.
Yeah.
You got
that? Key retrieved, so they can finally get the window in. It should be plain sailing from here.
I'm not losing that.
It's gone forever now.
No, it's not. Well, no, I can see it.
Lost his Buster down the cavity.
Hope it's not gone too far now.
Yeah. Come on then, see if you can reach it. Good, look at that.
Your hand out now. Your hand's stuck.
Another top tip, don't drop your chisel down the cavity.
Don't drop your tools down the cavity.
Here's a top tip. Put something over the hole.
We'll be back later to see if they actually managed to fit the bathroom. For our next job, we're heading to a picturesque commuter village tucked just inside the M25. The average terraced house here will set you back around £500,000. We're down south in Cobham, Surrey. So who's looking to get the builders in? This Victorian semi is home to Rebecca, her partner, and 3 young children.
I've lived here for 9.5 years. This property needs quite a bit of work doing to it. My partner's not DIY friendly. We both work full time. We've got 3 children. Life's pretty chaotic, and I'm not very good with a screwdriver.
Good job we're here then.
The area under the stairs is quite a nice big area, but it's really ugly because it's got no door on it, so you can see straight into it. The floor's unfinished, and it's just not very good use of space. At the moment, it's got a washing machine in, which is quite handy because the kitchen's so small, but the rest of it is just a dumping ground.
So how much is Rebecca aiming to spend on sorting out that understairs cupboard?
Our budget is £1,000. Whatever we could get done with that to make it a better use of space and a door on there to hide it away.
Maximising storage in small spaces can be tricky, so our builders have a few tips.
Storage in the home can sometimes be an afterthought, but there are lots of clever solutions to consider, like pull-out drawers under the stairs.
Windows and radiators can often make storage in those areas difficult, but if you ask your builder, he can quite often make something bespoke that will work well and maximise storage.
If you've got an awkward space and you can't find off-the-shelf furniture to fit, then having something made bespoke could be the answer. It might cost a little bit more, but the overall result should make it well worth it.
Let's see which trio of builders will be going head-to-head today.
You happy now you've got your coffee?
I wouldn't really class this as coffee. The life of a builder.
They all know the brief is to create some slick storage, but it's their designs that will set them apart.
I'm a bit of an Alpen man myself. What do you figure?
First out of the starting gate are Diamond Geezers Elliot and Mark.
Hi,
Rebecca.
Nice to meet you. Come and go.
Oh, looks like this is it, mate. Yeah.
These two have 55 years' experience between them.
I've got some good ideas. I've got a lot I can bring to the drawing table.
On this job, Elliot's in command. I'm his little labourer, I think.
Big shoulders.
That's because I'm carrying you every day.
Not a lot of space, is there?
I presume the washing machine's going to be taken out?
Yeah, I presume so, mate. That's half the battle. So I think we'll just give it a little bit of je ne sais quoi.
I've known you for 14 years. I didn't know you could speak French.
I can actually speak 1, 2, 3, 4 different languages.
But I'd say French isn't one of them. Time to see what Rebecca thinks of their idea.
It's a Victorian house, but we're just trying to bring that... There's not a lot of space in there, so we just want it to look, as you say, like je ne sais quoi, you know? Just that little bit more intricate rather than just a bit of dull, empty shelf space, you know? If we go some robust MDF, sprayed white, almost like pigeonholes.
Yeah.
With some...
baskets and then...
wicker basket, something like that.
Cottagey.
Yeah. It depends on what, obviously, we can source wicker baskets-wise, so it could be slightly linen-lined.
Yep.
With the light, we'll probably say just put some smart LED in there, paint it white, it'll brighten it up.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Elliot and Mark are offering country cottage-style wicker basket pigeonhole storage, a crisp white paint refresh and LED lighting. Rebecca didn't want to spend any more than £1,000, so what's their quote?
Our price is £1,085.
OK.
We would like to think it's approximately 2 days' labour. It may be 2.5 days' labour.
So Mark and Elliot are just over budget. But there are 2 more pairs of rival builders waiting to pitch. Next up are Burley Bears, Simon and John.
Si. Yes. Woolly hat. Yeah. But shorts. Well, yeah. Woolly hat, bald head, shorts, good legs. Oh, that is. What do you reckon? Look at that. Hey, suits you, mate. I feel a bit smart with these on.
These two have been critiquing each other's fashion for the last 6 years.
I do all the brickwork, do plastering. Yeah, you lend your hand to most things, don't you?
Yeah, I say plumbing and chippy work.
Left a bit, Si, left a bit. You don't look like a black Woody Allen.
So what's their plan for the cupboard?
Maybe like a little Scandinavian look, John.
Yeah, all white, MDF, all painted. Very crisp,
nice
clean.
and clean.
I like the upside down plug.
I'll tell you what, John. maybe that's not upside down. Maybe we are.
Feeling topsy-turvy, can John and Simon sell Rebecca on the Scandi storage?
As you're walking on the right-hand side, we'll have a long hanging section for your ironing board.
OK.
And your vacuum cleaner.
As you go up, obviously, the rake becomes less, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we just at the top there put some shelving in.
And then this side was split up into like 4 shelving areas.
You could put some big pockets in there, MDF pockets, could you?
Yeah.
So they're deep. We'd put 4 box sections in there on caster wheels. A lot of the stuff in the back you never get to.
Yeah.
I know it's quite exciting in years to come when you find things you haven't seen for 20 years, but stories-wise, not great, John, is it?
What about the floor?
We could maybe latex the floor, John, and paint it white as well, couldn't we?
Yeah, we can do that.
John and Simon's Scandi-style design has plenty of built-in storage with space for the ironing board and vacuum cleaner. They're also offering to latex the floor and paint it. So, what's the damage?
Price for the cupboard is £700.
Okay.
Wow, £300 under budget. That's a pretty tough act to follow. But it's not putting clean-cut duo Wayne and Steph off.
Interesting space.
We like tight spaces.
We're good at those.
Yep, these two have been squeezing in together on jobs for the past couple of years.
I tend to do most things wood-wise or carpentry-based, and Steph does all the plumbing, tiling.
Yeah, I make the best tea, though.
Which is why it's the best.
I can call yourself a builder, or you don't even drink tea.
You should see me on caffeine, it's not good. We could go quite kind of cottagey in the realms of, like, apple crate.
Can we hang a coffee sack on the door?
Yeah, it's called...
Or, like, put a coffee sack on the inside?
Yeah.
So they're giving things an upcycled twist. But can they convince Rebecca?
We have decided that a nice route to go down would be a walk-in larder. You could do a lot of wraparound shelving, so you can stand in it, have access to all areas of it.
Yeah.
Because there's a fair amount of floor space. We are going to focus on using apple crates.
Okay.
To give you a kind of cottagey feel, but with no chintz.
Yeah.
So the one that we brought here is... This has been, like, washed.
Yeah.
Kind of, like, whitewashed.
Nice.
But it could just be left wood, or it could be a more watered-down version of this. Do we put a door on this?
Yeah, I think she wants a door just to hide it all away.
We did a job recently where we used coffee sacks and created, like, a curtain out of coffee sacks and stuff. So it's not a physical door that you have to open, you just move it to one side, you know.
Yeah.
So it covers it over, but also you've got a nice feel to it, and it's not too chintzy.
And would you paint the floor?
We hadn't factored in the floor. Only because it's another day, because we'd have to paint it, let it dry
And
before
let
we
it
came
dry,
back.
okay.
You know, if you had that pre-painted before we arrived, we're going to keep it within your budget, you see.
Wayne and Steph are going for a kitchen larder feel with wraparound shelving and fruit crate storage. Instead of a door, they'll make a sackcloth curtain, and they've asked Rebecca to paint the floor herself. They're clearly trying to keep costs down. So, what's their quote?
Including all materials and everything we've discussed, the quote is £700.
Okay.
They're even Stevens with Simon and John at £300 under budget. The pitches are in, but it's up to Rebecca whether she goes with any of them.
What'd you do then, Elliot?
We're going to give it a pigeonhole effect all the way round.
What, with pigeons or without?
Yeah, they come free as well. So our price was a little bit over budget. We went in at £1,085.
Whoa. That's good, though. So, what did you go in with? I've seen the fruit. I see the crate.
All the builders can do now is wait. They've all come up with a storage solution. Will it be Mark and Elliot's top price pigeonholes? John and Simon's Scandi shelving, £300 under budget? Or Wayne and Steph's kitchen larder design, also at £700?
I liked all of them, which made it harder. I didn't think they'd be quite as creative as they have been, but I think I've made my choice.
Only the winner's phone will ring.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, it's Bex.
I'd really like you to come and do
The work for me, if that's okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. That's brilliant.
It's a job in the bag for Simon and John.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We'll speak to you soon.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, done. Good, I'm really pleased.
That's it, mate. Really good. Very good. Happy days.
They're delighted, but it's not such happy days for the losers.
Well done. Congratulations.
It's one of those, isn't it?
Well, I look forward to seeing how it ends up, because I ain't got a clue what it is. We'll see what design it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they'll do a good job, whatever. It's always good.
Rebecca's understairs cupboard is about to get a total revamp. But if you're getting the builders in, what do you need to know?
Some people find it awkward to talk about money, but it's really important to agree a price with your builder and any stage payments up front.
Always get a receipt and keep a record of how much you paid and how much you still owe.
Communication throughout the build is the key. If you do want to change your mind, you know, we're not mind readers. Tell us right from the onset. At least that way we can change things, we can adapt the price, everybody's happy and we know where we're going.
Simon and John hope to get Rebecca's cupboard sorted out in 2 days.
There's some gear in that cupboard, isn't there? Tastes like a TARDIS, that cupboard, doesn't it?
And the losing builders are ready to watch them at work.
I hope they're not going to do flat pack.
Oh, mate, you take that one.
First job is to clear everything out. That includes the washing machine and a rather furry resident.
It's a rabbit.
It's Bertie.
Sorry, Mr. Whatever you are.
What is it with you blokes not remembering names?
How do you remember Rabbit's name?
What is that, John?
That is a hairy rabbit.
Is that a rabbit?
Yeah.
Funny looking rabbit, isn't it?
Clearing out may take time, but John's got a cunning plan to catch up.
So basically, we're going to take some measurements in here, and we had a little quirky design, and then those measurements are phoned through to someone, and they'll cut it out of a sheet of material.
Phone a friend.
Screwdriver needed, I think.
With Simon on demolition duty,
He's been on the weights again, look. His arms are getting bigger than yours.
He's probably got more time, goes to the gym. They finish at 3 o'clock.
John hits the phone.
Hi, Kevin. Can I do a cutting list, please? Normal MDF, yeah. One at 800 by 860. Main advantage of doing it like this is you're going to cut it on a machine and you'll pay 30p a cut. Like, I can't cut it that quickly for that money. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense.
See, when I do a cutting list, I'd lay it all out like a jigsaw on one big sheet of paper. Yeah, and then just email it over to them.
You're relying on someone else writing down the numbers correctly.
Yeah.
Mistakes can happen. You know, we're only human, aren't we?
All right, lovely. Cheers, mate. That's hard work, wasn't it? Beautiful.
He makes me laugh.
But the division of labour hasn't gone unnoticed.
I do everything, he don't do a lot, obviously. How's it going, John? Don't do painting.
I'm allergic to paint.
Is that a scraper? He's painting with a scraper. Brilliant.
Next job is to tackle that uneven floor.
Right, self-levelling compound is just a powder-based levelling compound. You mix it with water, so as you pour it out, it just self-levels. So if you're doing tiling or floor laying of any sort, it's a great product.
And it seems this is something John is happy to get hands-on with.
He's not going to get that whole 20-kilo bag in a 10-litre bucket. No.
It's a bucket not big enough.
Gonna need a bigger bucket.
Uh-oh.
How's that?
Is he going to put more water in with that? It's a bit wet.
Just tip some into there.
So who's Mary Berry and who's...
I think John's the baker and
Yeah.
Simon's definitely Mary Berry.
Right, all done?
Then, after prepping the floor with PVA glue, down goes the latex.
Got the old socks on, mate. It's always serious, then. Shoes off.
This helps the latex level itself out, the aerator.
It makes me sad covering up old floorboards.
There you go. Couple of hours of drying and we're done. Happy days. But it's 3 o'clock, so it's home time.
Another long day, eh, lads? In Farnworth, Greater Manchester, Vic and Darryl are doing Sarah and John's bathroom. They've decided against the wood panel ceiling, and instead, the whole room has been plastered and painted in a very 70s shade of orange. Vic needs to build a lower sink unit for homeowner John, which is flat-packed, so should be easy.
A bit of flat pack.
Right, so if you build it, but then leave the doors off it.
Do you think so?
Go get the pipes in, haven't we?
Oh, of course, got to get the pipes through.
Come on, Dad, sort yourself out.
Oh, my God. Another quick fix. Done that much of it, it's untrue. Having said that, I'll probably make a mess of this one. You end up crying if you don't know what you're doing. Give it another 10 minutes, I'll be in tears.
What's all this about reading instructions? You're not supposed to read instructions.
Sarah is a keen recycler, so wants to keep the bath. But it's in a shocking state, so Vic has called in the professionals to get it re-enamelled.
I'm going to mask up the bath. Yeah. Put my fan in the window, set the fumes out, 'cause it's very fuming.
Yeah. Lock yourself in,
I will.
we'll disappear.
All right, thanks.
Cheers, mate.
The enamel is so toxic and difficult to remove, they need to cover every surface, making it look like there's been a murder.
How good these guys, aren't they? It's a nice skill.
2 whole days later, the bath is finally dry.
That's come out really well, hasn't it?
No, it's better than I expected. It's come out really nice.
I've got to admit, that's a lot better than I expected as well.
Looks great, doesn't it? Looks like a new bath.
The final touch is some very 70s cork, which the homeowner has requested.
Also, I wasn't sold on the cork.
Me neither, but...
Yeah, I think it's come out quite nice, hasn't it?
Customer's always right.
And the job is complete. 10 days ago, Sarah and John's bathroom was in a shocking state, and so was the window.
That was ridiculous, that sink, wasn't it?
What will the losers think of it now?
Can't wait to see what's been done.
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference.
Loads better, right?
Yeah, miles better.
The bath has been completely re-enamelled and looks brand new.
What a difference.
The whole thing's cool.
Yeah.
No stilettos then.
The sink has been lowered for John, and the whole room decorated in a warm, vibrant orange.
Big turnaround.
Yeah, massive turnaround, you know, in comparison to what it was.
Yeah.
No, looks good. It's a bit disappointing, really, I'll be honest.
I know. I was waiting for the foot to go through the floor or something.
Yeah, no, nice job again.
The losers are impressed, but what will Sarah and John think of it?
Oh, can't wait for this bit.
I so hope they're going to like it. Oh, God. What do you think?
Dad and Vic have done a good job,
They have, haven't they? Really good job.
No, that's brilliant.
That's fantastic.
Oh, God, I'm glad she likes it, because it really was a difficult job.
I can get onto the sill too, which I couldn't before.
You can put the mouthwash up there.
That is so
Incredible,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah? So much better.
Colour really surprised me, because when you walk in, it's like you hold your hands up, you can get a suntan. It's absolutely brilliant, but it grows on you.
Well,
The
it's
colour
unique
actually
to their
grows on you.
home, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what they wanted.
It's what they wanted, as long as they're happy, that's all it means. Yeah, it's all that matters.
They were really brilliant. They were really brilliant. I'm really happy with this. And this is just so much cleaner than what we had before.
Yeah.
Job 5, well done.
Well done, job done.
Worked
Really
out
good,
well,
yeah.
worked out
I'm
well.
pleased with that.
Me too.
Down south in Cobham, John and Simon are sorting out Rebecca's understairs storage. They've cleared everything out and put self-levelling latex on the floor. But there's a problem.
For some reason, we found that the latex we put down yesterday hasn't set correctly, but we found the bag's out of date, so maybe that's an issue.
So it was out of date?
Fancy that.
We've got some oak flooring on the van, which I think we may use to do the floor now, John.
It's just left over from another job, so rather than throw it away,
yeah,
it looked quite nice.
Very green, that.
Good recovery, boys.
John had the MDF for the shelves and boxes cut off site to save time.
He looks like he's doing a jigsaw puzzle with MDF.
So I'm just checking the measurements and I thought they'd missed something. Oh, no, that ain't good.
That's the wrong size, isn't it? Shelf's about an inch short.
Oh, this doesn't sound good.
So I've gone through my cutting list and looks like some bits are missing or have not been cut. So,
If you want something done right, John,
do it yourself.
You know it, do it yourself, mate.
Oh dear, John's not a happy bunny.
by the time it takes to cut this, I should have 2 things made. Get them made, I feel a bit better then.
Come on, John.
He rises to the challenge, though, and knocks up the boxes in no time.
Yeah, that's lovely. We're good to go.
Back inside, Simon's fitted the first shelf.
It looks like one of those pod hotel rooms. We're going to try it out like a bed.
Yes, like a Japanese hotel room.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's got the old John test now. 20 stone of John on there, mate, look. If you fall and splat on your face, I'm going to laugh now.
Well, he's tried it out. It seems to work.
There we go, John.
With the shelving recut and fitted in the other side of the cupboard, Simon gives everything a coat of primer.
As you can see, I'm using a small roller here as well because I think it's a little bit better. You get a better coverage and it's a bit quicker. So, then you just got to touch up the corners with a brush then, really.
It's all over him now. It's that small, he's touched every arm, every wall.
So, that's the storage system done. Now, the last big job is to fit the wooden flooring. But fitting is easier said than done in such a small space.
Oh my God. Oh, you're right, mate. All I got to say, that must be a big old cupboard space. If that's just the bottom there, we could lose a John in there. And that's just on the bottom shelf as well.
John makes it out of the cupboard in one piece. And with the flooring finished...
Well done, mate. Lovely job there.
The storage boxes are rolled into position.
John! John! Don't push it.
Guess what?
What?
That's really good, mate.
Thanks.
No prizes for comedy, gents. But this pair are pretty pleased with themselves.
Well done, mate.
Happy days, mate. There's a lot of storage there, isn't there?
I think storage is good. That was the prime idea, wasn't it?
With a few mishaps along the way, the job has taken 4 days to complete. So, having watched their every move, what do the losing builders think of their work?
They've done it well.
Yeah.
There are deep shelves and drawers.
Good job. Good job, yeah.
Space for the iron and vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
An all-white colour scheme.
And I think she'll love it, because it's anything that's painted bright, new and clean and sleek lines you always like.
She should be happy with that.
And, of course, a new door means Rebecca can tuck it all out of sight.
And this is for you, Simon and John.
Well done.
Well done.
They've given it the thumbs, or donuts, up. But what about Rebecca?
Oh my God.
She looks a bit stern, though, John, doesn't she?
I'm scared.
Oh, it's so much better.
Oh.
It's really good. For one, the storage goes all the way back, which is just like amazing. And these are so good. Look at these. So handy. You can put all of the toys and stuff in here now.
Oh, that's handy. She's happy.
Floor's nice. It's really good. So much better than it was and just fresher and brighter. Really handy having the door on there as well.
Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Beautiful.
Woo!